Hey everybody, Rob from robthetrainer.com and Fitness Together in the North End. In this video today, we're going to be going over the low plank. This is an exercise that gets programmed in 90 to 95% of people's programs at some point or another. And it's one of the primary kind of core, anterior core stability exercises that you'll see, whether it's me programming it or some other trainer somewhere else. It's probably one that most people are familiar with in one way or another, but I'm going to give you a couple quick cues to make sure that this exercise is that much more effective for you. Again, the plank position, it looks kind of like you're in a push-up position on your elbows, but there's a couple things that I see a lot of people do incorrectly. One, they love to put their hands together here. Not that that's incorrect, but a lot of us spend so much time with our shoulders internally rotated, it's actually probably slightly more beneficial for you to get those hands apart, placed in front of the elbows. The second thing that a lot of people do, and this is where you tend to kind of complain that your shoulders feel it more than your abs do when you get into that plank, is they place their elbows slightly too low. Your elbows, you want to get them about shoulder height or maybe even slightly above that, so that they're almost between like the collarbone and the Adam's apple there, to make sure that the front part, the anterior deltoid, isn't doing the majority of the work keeping that torso up, but rather we can use your lats to kind of work, which are a much bigger, stronger muscle and won't get fatigued nearly as quickly. When we do that, we also increase the lever length, which means that we're going to put that much more demand on your abs. Lastly, again, a lot of people will complain that, oh, my lower back is feeling the low plank more than my abs do. And 90% of the time, that's because their lower back is really arching or sagging. You may have seen those really excessive kind of tilts downward in people's pelvis, or that big sway kind of in their lower back. And what we want to do to prevent that is to get you into a nice neutral position with your spine. The easiest way to do that is to squeeze your glutes really hard, and that'll help lock your pelvis into position. When the exercise is done correctly, it should look something like this here. I'll set my elbows, like I said, below my shoulders or slightly in front. My hands are apart, my toes are dug into the ground, and I'm going to squeeze my glutes with my head looking down at the ground. Once I do that, everything else is nice and stable at this point. My low back is positioned correctly here, and I'm starting to feel this in my abs quite a bit. Guys, thanks for checking out the video here on the low plank. I hope this was helpful for you and cleared up a couple little things that some people do incorrectly. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email, rob@robthetrainer.com. Thanks for watching, everyone.